Hello everybody and welcome back to World Mosaic 3 here on the channel. We are picking up where we left off in set 3, which is based on Halloween. They are 15 by 15 boards. Probably we'll just go back to doing what I was doing before. So one set per video. But if you've been enjoying World Mosaic and are excited for the progress we are making on the game, do me a favor and hit the like button and the subscribe button. And don't just hit it if you're happy that we're approaching the end of the game, because that's very mean to the people who have been enjoying it. They might be out there, you don't know. So, let me see here. Halloween themed. Now, if there's one thing that I know absolutely nothing about, it is Halloween. And why that's the case is that I actually couldn't stand scary things when I was younger. I hated it with a burning passion. And I don't know when it changed, but I almost appeared to skip the part where you learn to kind of cope with scary things and just went right to the part where I was like, what's scary? I don't know if that's a normal reaction for things, but yeah, so it's kind of the thing. That's the little background story for me when it comes to Halloween. Never was really a big holiday of mine. Not like I really liked it or anything, but I don't feel like I ever actually got a chance to enjoy Halloween because basically right around the time where I was actually able to not be scared of Halloween was right around the time that I basically was like, who gives a And no, that's not you. Some people be like, that's maturing. No, what I'm meaning is, if you see a room with a ghostly apparition in it, you would be terrified. Okay, when I see a room with a ghostly apparition in it, I tend to be more intrigued, which I don't really know if that's the proper reaction to have, but I mean, it's what I do. I want to know why it's there. I want to know what it's doing. I want to know why it's stuck there. And I've kind of skipped the entire part where you're actually supposed to be scared. So, let me know if you have any good Halloween stories. Okay, I enjoy a good story. Okay? And don't just tell me, hey, I got a full candy basket full of, Hershey's or something. I mean, cool story, but I'm looking for something that is actually scary. I've been asking for that for a while now. I need actual scares. Okay, so 4, 4, 3, 4, and 4 there. And 6 and 2, and I know what you're probably thinking. Why didn't you already lose this one once? Why are you acting like it's so tough? It is rather annoying to continuously lose. It's not like I'm going out of my way to do so, so I'm trying to make sure that I take my time with it. Okay. Pumpkin. What's next? 15's at the top and the bottom, which makes basically the entire puzzle stupid and pointless. Because this is now a 9 by 9. Yes, quite terrifying. And once that gets done, and that gets done, and we can go up to there, and we can go down to here. Get rid of that, which gets rid of this. Now we're actually starting to make some progress. The main issue still remains. Oh, I looked at the 3 here and thought that went to this. Ugh. In case it was, not obvious, what happened tonight was I ended up recording a bunch of World Mosaics. And then I was like, oh, I gotta record some Roblox and some Flash games that people have been recommending me play. And played them. Genuinely had a good time. You guys are good at recommending games. Okay, don't let anybody take that away from you. And I came back on, and now my brain is in like, why are we doing this again? I thought you already said you weren't going to anymore. And I'm like, yes, but content. I need content. I know this is a puzzle game. Shut up. I need content. So now my brain is protesting. Okay. Not there. And interesting. I somehow found a way to make this actually more difficult than those annoying other puzzles were. Because the issue is that I don't have... Okay, we can do that there. Get that out. There we go. Now we have some clues to go off of. That's actually one of the things I find the most difficult about Halloween recordings, though. And this isn't exactly a Halloween recording, but YouTube has restrictions for, like, everything for showing it on YouTube, and it usually doesn't make any sense. Like, their rule for like horror games, for example, okay? It's like, don't show blood. But if you're gonna show it, keep it on the down low. And you're like, what does that even mean? It's blood. It's a horror game. Like there's a certain amount of fear that has to come into these games, right? Like that's kind of the whole point. You know, it's not like I'm gonna go on and play some absolutely dreadful game, but it's a horror game. That's the whole point of scary is that it has a chance to cause you harm. You know, like it wouldn't be a horror movie if Jason came out of the water to attack the camp and proceeded to hit them upside the back of the head with a pillow, right? Like there's not a lot of horror there, guys. You got to be reasonable with this. And then sometimes it's like, well, it's okay if there's a lot as long as it's not realistic. And it's like, again, what? So if it's like blue, is that okay? Like the real horror at Halloween for recording horror videos is actually more terrifying to just read through the YouTube guidelines and try to figure out what is a problem and what isn't a problem. Because the key thing is you want to make scary content around Halloween. That's when it does its best. And I've been on other YouTube channels before, and I've played other like Flash games before. And there have been Flash games that I have played and I've been like, oh, there's no way that's going to be allowed to stay up on YouTube. No way, no how. You know, the only reason I'm leaving it on there is because it took me so long to put it up that there's no reason for me to take it off. And YouTube left it. I'm sitting there like, okay, so I kind of feel like that probably fit that one, but with the over obsessive, but okay. You know, and it's not like it didn't get a ton of views. It got like 100 views. So you can't even argue it's, they just don't care because there's like 15 people who've watched. It's like, pff, we have bigger fish to fry. It's Halloween. But that's the real horrors of Halloween, trying to figure out what to do for videos. And I mean, I've got some ideas. Like I said, I've got some Flash games in mind that would probably work. And they're shorter, so I could get them done in like one recording session, and it'd be a completed game, and it'd be like, yay, but it'd also complete the, requirement of being a scary game, air quotes. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Because I can obviously do that, or I could just continue my schedule, but it would be a massive waste of tags not to use. Plus, I already did it last year, so it's kind of tradition now. So I gotta find some games. 5. And before you go on there and start recommending me games, please don't recommend me Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? Not a scary game. It isn't. It's like a heart attack inducer, okay? The jump scares, because you have to play the game with sound, right? And I mean, to be fair, you don't actually have to, but it kind of defeats the whole purpose if you don't play it with sound. Besides 4, you have to play 4 with sound. Otherwise, it's just a form of, it's just luck. And you know how much I can't stand that word. But that's the issue. It's not exactly that it's difficult, it would just take forever. So you guys want to watch a bunch of different games for Halloween, right? You don't want to watch me completely fail on night 4 like 30 times, right? Okay. 5 more on this side. I don't even know when this video is coming out yet. I gotta look at all of my stuff. Because there's the double uploading I want to start doing, and then there's just the fact that for World Mosaics, my schedule is always just wacky because I don't care to leave the stuff just sitting there. So I will tend to just upload batches of them in a day. And that actually tends to be when I get the most views on World Mosaic, is when I basically just vomit out a bunch of World Mosaic videos and then go, okay. Kind of reminds me of like when you set up a yard sale, you don't really want quality, you want quantity. I don't care what anybody else tells you, that's just the truth. You want as many things that can possibly catch the eye as possible. If you focus on quality, then it might catch one person's eye. But if you had a bunch of garbage, you might get those people who just show up and look at stuff. Then you start to sprinkle in the quality. And that, and this, and this. Okay. Is this 10 already? That's literally 10 already. Okay. 3 and 3 here, 3 there. Okay, get rid of that. 2 and 2. And also, just a quick heads up, okay, to everybody because I was thinking about it a couple of days ago, and I haven't really told you guys what my game collection actually is. When I say you can kind of put down anything, and I'll figure something out, we have a lot of games. So if you're worried about console, if you're worried about if we have it or not, just put down the game. Okay? Just put it down. Worst case. Absolute worst case. You put down a game that I'd never buy in 1,000 years. And I sit there and I go, nope, don't have it. But I'll look into it. That's the max you're going to get from me. I don't care. Just put the game down. There have been some games that people have put down that I have never heard of before. And I've been like, ooh, let me go take a look at that. And I looked at it and went, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can, but once we get some money, I can probably get this. That's the max I have ever said. Now, if you put down a game that 100% deserves judging, I might sit there and be like, well, that's interesting. But that's about as far as you're going to get from me. I'm not really I don't have the energy, especially in the YouTube comments, to go on there and berate somebody. I leave that to the rest of you. I'm just kidding. Be decent. Okay? Be nice people. We have plenty of jerks on this planet. Be nice people. Okay? 11, 2, 4, 3, 5. That's also why I'm going to have those polls I've talked about in more recent videos, or later videos, I should say. Going to be asking people what they want me to do about my schedule for spooky games. because the obvious thing to me would just be to do what I did the last time, which was take all of my schedule and flush it down the toilet for the entire duration of October. The problem is, now that I am taking this more seriously and I actually want to complete these games, if people would rather me just continue playing those games and then for the double uploads incorporate a scary horror themed game that way, I'm fine with either way, honestly. So I'm kind of leaving it up to you guys. If you guys have a preference, let me know in the comments. Because there are obviously benefits to both. Like, for example, one of the benefits is that I wouldn't have to necessarily play Spooky Mall. Because I hate that game. It's terrible. But on this, the comeback is, I thought you said you wanted to complete games that were on your schedule already. That is technically a game I have played before, so I have to complete it at some point. And similar to this level, might not be the easiest thing to do. So 2 1s. Wow, this stinks. Like, this is terrible. Where the heck do I put it? Okay. But like, I didn't want to click there. Like, I did, but you get what I mean. It wasn't like that was the obvious thing to do. Yeah, sure. I was really confident in all of those clicks. It wasn't shown on my face, but I was very confident. What the heck? Can't be there. I mean, this is a 1. No, that was dumb. What did I do that for? Okay, so... Wow, this is an awful map. That is an awful level. Why does that feel so much more difficult than it should be? Maybe I've just hit my limit. Maybe I've just hit the limit. Might be the last video of the day for me. I am still severely jet lagged, so I can feel it. My head's killing me still. Like I said in one of the other videos, I had to wear a mask for the entire duration of the flight. And when you combine the flights, overall, they were 25 hours of flying. So my ears basically feel like washcloths after you've wrung them out. And that doesn't feel good. No, it doesn't. So, moral of the story, okay. Masks aren't fun. They hurt. And I'm actually kind of surprised at how badly they hurt. And no, I wasn't wearing it wrong, by the way. I'm not stupid. I was wearing it the right way, which is even more annoying because if I was wearing it wrong, I would have expected it to hurt. The fact that I was wearing it right and it hurts makes me question a lot of, what's the term I'm thinking of? A lot of common sense decisions on this planet. You should want those things to be as comfortable as possible so that people don't have to, they can make an easy choice. They don't have to sit there and go, my options, rip my ears off, or don't get sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. But if we're going to talk about stupid human decisions, I mean, I could make an entire horror video on that. Rush to complete all of humanity's stupid decisions. Longest live stream in history. Okay. Yay. So, like, do we just hope they're in the middle? Like, they're middle centered? Do we hope that? Do we hope that, and when we're wrong, we blame somebody else? Okay. Yeah, they are all centered. Nice. Man, I love it when something actually works out the way it should. Is this symmetrical? It is. I think. Nice. I was actually trying to think of a game that would be like a definite don't recommend that game. And besides the obvious ones for the obvious reasons, like even I'd be even willing to play the Wii, you know? Like I don't think we have the Wii. I'm not saying that, but I don't think even that I'd care slightly about that. I don't know how. I think most the funny of a Wii video would come from me actually playing it, and we don't have a way to capture that. Even though it would be an absolute spectacle, but I could definitely just play the games. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Honestly, I find the Wii to be such an interesting system. I actually find a lot of systems to be just hilarious. More of their implementation, not so much of what they actually like accomplished. Because, for example, you have like the Nintendo 64, right? A revolutionary console in its time. But when you go back and actually play the games, they're still not bad, right? Like, that's kind of the thing. There are some Wii games that are horrendous. There's an entire genre of Wii games that I would classify as absolutely horrendous. Basically, the entire party game section. I mean, there's like the Mario Party and stuff. But most of those games are terrible. And knowing how my channel works, one of you will recommend me play one of those. And when you do, I want you to know that I know why you did that. I don't appreciate it. Okay? It's not funny. You think it's funny, but nobody else does. And why did you do this? What are you trying to accomplish? Well, this is a very interesting setup here. 710. Not really much to work off of again. So, like, that literally hurt. That's fine, though. This game can only hurt me so much longer. Because, soon it will be done. Not that soon, but sooner rather than later it'll be done. Okay, 4-3, nice. Okay, this is now easy. We can just do some simple increases. I was actually talking to one of my brothers about it. We have a game called Jumpstart First Grade, right? It is not difficult in the slightest. If you were playing a game named that for difficulty, I feel bad for you. Like, that's just sad. But get the point here, okay? There are these badges in the game. And the only way you can complete the badges is by playing the same mini game over and over and over again. Now, you guys really enjoy those games where I go basically insane. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, that's the kind of game that I would be like, oh yeah, you should totally play this. It's not even a bad game. It isn't. And for the target audience, it's a good game. It teaches, like math and basic science and how, like, how does it do? It teaches like measurements and coins and stuff, like for using vending machines and stuff. It's a very just simple game. Very simple game. Nothing spectacular about it. Simple mini games, interactive. You know, like Putt Putt and Pajama Sam, which for some reason got PS4 makes for it. It's like that. Okay? I could see one of you putting that on here. Literally just being like, yeah, play this. By the way, you have to get every single badge. If you don't, you lose. And the best part about those badges is that... Actually, no, I think they do tell you if you've already gotten it once. Okay, so that you couldn't troll me on. But it's still a game made for first graders. So it's just, it's just not something that's... It's very fun, or what's the proper word for it? Engaging in the slightest. So yeah. I'm also expecting one of you to start recommending me like brutally difficult games and being like, your channel's too easy. It's like, listen, I'm not looking for your respect, believe it or not. Okay, this is really annoying. Yeah, because there's a lot of possible places that this could be. And I have no idea what I'm even making. This game could go a really long way and just, it's a bird. Or, it's a scarecrow. And you're like, oh... So it shouldn't be flying by itself. No. Okay. But no, instead it's just like 15 by 15. Puzzle 3 or X3/J. Good luck. You'll be fine. It's like, I really don't feel like I'm going to be fine. See? Like, how was I supposed to know that was even there? I'm pretty sure I'd exhausted all other possible options. Whatever. Just do that. I don't even know if that's how far that went up from last time. Watch this be a scarecrow, and then I'll really be asking some questions. I know this is here, because that lets me do this. And I know this is here, because that lets me do that. And then I know that's there, because I was messing around. And... 3, I know this has to do something. Oh, so see? Like, how am I supposed to know that that's that? There's no actual clues there that tell me that the 5 is going to the left. So you just have to guess. That's the most terrifying thing on this planet. Guessing. That and trusting people, but, I mean, what's the... Okay, 3. And... Okay. Come on now. We good now? Okay. Good, we got like 2 of those done, but it still doesn't help at all, might I add. Like, literally at all. 5 there, and 1 here. That gets rid of all of... This is a scarecrow, isn't it? This is a scarecrow, isn't it? Oh, it really looks like it wants to be a scarecrow. This is a scarecrow. Go down right now and hit the like button. I didn't even know it was. Literally just thought of something Halloween, and I was just like... Scarecrows for some reason. I don't really know why. I've already said don't ask me about Halloween tradition. I don't understand it. So this is a 2 here. Get rid of that and this. This is a 3 over here. Maybe it's not a scarecrow. Maybe I'm wrong. Still go down there and hit the like button though. Is it like a zombie? This is a zombie? Can't be there. What is this? This is the last thing for Halloween. What is this, like man going on a jog? Nothing more terrifying than a man going on a jog. Mummy? What is that? A skeleton? A mummy? What? Why is a mummy going on a jog? Next one's candy. Whatever, guys. Hope you enjoyed set 3. We'll be back with set 4 next video on World Mosaic 3. Do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button. I'm going to go to bed. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.